Where do I even begin? I started 2024 not knowing really what I was searching for. I only knew that I needed to step away from the familiar and into the unknown. I didn't have any structured plans or a set destination, only a one-way ticket out of the United States. This has been my dream for a long time at this point, just to pack 2 bags and go. So even stepping into the unknown, I felt very comfortable doing so. It wasn't about having all the answers or everything figured out. It was about embracing the journey and being in the present moment each and every day. What emerged from it all was something that I had from a young age, a sense of adventure.
It's a lonely road with a tired man, and you can see it in their faces. And all this too shall pass. This loneliness won't last for long. I wasn't there to take his place. I was 10,000 miles away.
When I look back at this year, there's one overarching theme of it all: the landscapes. So many incredible and just unique landscapes that I was able to witness and immerse myself in this year. I spent most of my time in South America, and if there's one thing that you need to know about the continent as a whole, it is ridiculously beautiful. Everywhere that I went was like a different world. One day I could be on top of a mountain, the next day I could be in the middle of a desert, out on a river, and the next in the midst of a dense jungle. There was really an endless amount to see, and I would have to think it's one of the most diverse continents on this planet. In addition to that, I was able to explore my own backyard in the United States, spending a lot of time in Pennsylvania and Maryland. I gained a newfound appreciation for the landscapes that these 2 states have, but also various places in other parts of the country. Exploring these places provided a calming for me. It was a reoccurring theme. I always felt grateful to be surrounded by these incredible places. It's almost like a mental therapy session for me every single time. It's such a freeing feeling and a sense of freedom, and it's almost like I was meant to be there. There were so many points where I became speechless on what I was looking at. These landscapes made me realize how much beauty there is in the world. Standing in these otherworldly and beautiful places was such a cool thing to experience and really left a lasting impact on me throughout the course of this year. Now, while the landscapes were unforgettable, it really was the people that had the biggest impact on me.
I've been through the desert and I've been across the sea. I've been walking through the mountains, I walked wander through the trees for her. I have been trying to find her, wanna give what I've got. She lit a fire and now she's in my every love.
Interacting with people from completely different backgrounds and cultures and who speak different languages is such a special part of the human experience. There are so many moments this year that put a smile on my face. Sharing connections with people from all over the world is a massive learning curve. I learned more about each of the countries that I visited and what life is like there, but also from other travelers and their homes throughout the world. I also shared my experience on being from the United States and really what it means to be an American. It was really cool throughout the year to be able to do that and kind of taught me a lot about my life and growing up here and kind of gave me a newfound appreciation for the United States. Just such a cool opportunity to interact in a group setting and get to play off of each other's cultures and just come with a learning mindset and take away so many different things. Now, most of these moments that I'm thinking back to, I didn't even really film any of this, but I feel like that's how it was meant to be. Very authentic. It doesn't need to be filmed. It's just those everyday interactions with people that really leave the biggest impact. No matter what it was though, I would say 99% of the conversations that I had ended in a handshake. Whether it be in South America or wherever you are, I would say most people in this world are very, very happy and very friendly. I never felt disrespected or in harm's way really at any point throughout the year, even in some sketchy areas. I felt like I was able to connect with a lot of people, and that's the best part about traveling, is when you can have that interaction and the handshake and bridge the gap of culture. I met people who live with so little by material standards, yet whose lives are so rich in ways that challenge my understanding of what it means to have enough. These people can have absolutely nothing but yet be so happy. It was just something that really left a lasting impact on me. These moments weren't just encounters, they were lessons that I will carry with me throughout the rest of my life. I feel like I was able to play a role in bringing the world closer together this year, and that's something that I'm so happy that I was able to experience countless times throughout this year. Travel has a way of sort of holding up a mirror and showing parts of yourself that you didn't even know that were there. This year was definitely not always easy. On here, this channel, you see a lot of the highlights, the beautiful places, the amazing interactions, but what you don't see are the moments of doubt, loneliness, exhaustion. But those were the moments that taught me something, and that its growth rarely happens in comfort. I learned to sit with discomfort so many different times, whether it's spending hours in the grocery stores trying to figure out everything, read labels in different languages, different conversions, sweating my ass off on buses, having no air conditioning in the most humid places, the dogs barking nonstop and almost attacking me multiple times, trying to sleep above 15,000 feet with a massive headache, or finding reliable Wi-Fi everywhere that I went. The one thing that I will say, my patience was tested like never before throughout the course of this year. A lot of the time it was cultural differences that I just had to learn to cope with. Other times it was inefficiencies like the grocery stores, dealing with problems related to socialism, I was really tested multiple times, but I had to learn to take a step back and just breathe. Everything will work out in the end. That's what I kept telling myself, and sure enough, it did. It can be really hard at times, and there were so many points where I grew very frustrated, but it taught me so much over the course of this year. And then there were the victories, the hikes that pushed me past what I thought I was capable of, making it to 20,000 feet, staying in shape throughout the year, eating as healthy as I could, and the reward that I got whenever I took a chance on some crazy adventure. This year taught me that uncertainty isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace. There's literally no point in stressing out, even when it feels very stressful. I've said it so many times on this channel over the years. You just have to kind of take a step back and relax, even when things can be really hard. And those are the moments that force me to grow the most. Growth is not loud, it's not dramatic, it's quiet. It's in the small decisions to keep going when you'd rather give up. It's in choosing curiosity over fear, patience over frustration. It's in the way you adapt, in a way where you keep moving forward, even when you're unsure of the destination, which was a big theme throughout my year. What this year showed me is that it's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to feel lost sometimes, because the beauty of travel isn't in the perfectly planned days. It's not in the perfectly executed situations. It's all in the process, in the everyday moments where things get a little unpredictable or uncomfortable. Those are the moments that I remember the most, and the moments where the real adventure begins. This year wasn't just about seeing the world, it was about seeing myself more clearly, and for that, I'm very grateful. When I look back at this year, it's really not about the places that I visited or the things that I saw. It's all about the perspective that I gained. I went into this year thinking I was searching for adventure, but what I found instead was a deeper connection to the world and to myself. It truly was a wild journey. As I sit here today, I have a sense of calmness and content. I lived my dream this year. I stepped away from the familiar and into the unknown. And every day, I felt more alive. And what I'll leave you with is this: the sense of adventure never dies. So until the next one, peace.